just here to talk about what you guys are doing and try to show our followers that you guys are trying to do some really cool stuff.
Awesome. Thanks for having me. It should be a fun chat.
Yes. So what is your motivation to get up in the morning and try to do good through this company, either when you first started it or each day after that?
I've been working within this industry for a while since I was 21 and I'm 38 now. Sometimes I forget how old I am. So it's been a while, and I've worked for the brands that I've been working for prior to starting Banks weren't sustainably minded and weren't stylistically or aesthetically what I believed in or enjoyed being a part of. Outside of the lifestyle of being coastal and surfing, there was a disconnect between the product that they were developing and the way they were developing the product. And I thought there was a gap in the market for a product line that was more in line with my personal aesthetic and also more in line with the way I wanted to treat the planet. And creating clothing is a really bad thing for the planet for the most part. And we wanted to put together a brand that was more mindful of that. And what kind of drives me on a day-to-day basis is to continually get better at what we do and never sit back and think that we've reached our goal. And the goal is always kind of moving and driving us forward to become better at what we do.
How did you get started in design?
I grew up in a pretty hippie kind of alternative background, and my parents clothing wasn't a super important thing within my childhood and within the community that I grew up in, and I guess that drove me into being really interested in it because it was different to what I was used to, and it was different to what my parents were interested in as well, and it was I guess a backlash to what they were like, and it was not so much a rebellion because it wasn't from being and it wasn't a negative standpoint. It was just I wanted to learn about something that wasn't in my day-to-day life, and that made me want to work in a retail store in Byron Bay in Australia when I was a kid. And from that, it got me more interested in fashion and clothing, how it was manufactured, and then went from that into wanting to study design and get into the surf industry.
Yeah, so on that, we understand that your name comes from sandbanks. And
yes.
I love that, and I'm sure, he does. But, so sandbanks are always changing, evolving. I was wondering, how do you think you personally are changing and evolving, and how is your company changing and evolving?
Really good question. I feel like me personally, I've evolved quite a lot since starting Banks. Like my background is fashion design, and I was a clothing designer for most of my career. And then for the first couple of years of Banks, I was designing, and then shifted into more of a managerial kind of role with running the business. And I'm not so involved with the production of garments anymore. It's more so the overriding business, whether it's Excel spreadsheets or like marketing campaigns and or expansion of the business in different countries. And that to me was a huge departure of what I was used to doing, and going from having a creative background to a more data-driven kind of day-to-day is a bit of a shock to the system at first. And also if you wrap your own identity up with your job, which I did, like I saw myself as a designer, and there's a certain headspace that goes along with that, and then shifting into someone that isn't doing that anymore, there's a shift in the way you think about yourself and the way that you may interact with different people and the people that you enjoy spending time with changes as well. So I probably would have really enjoyed hanging out with other designers and talking about design. And then as you shift into a different position within the business, you want to spend your time with people that are probably doing similar things too. So you're continuously learning.
So like now during the pandemic especially has been difficult to maintain the environmental aspect of banks.
In some ways it's been easier because before the pandemic we were there was a few people within our business who were traveling. We were on flights all the time, and flying around the world or around the country isn't another thing that isn't great for the environment. Like you're on a plane that's putting out all these chemicals into the environment that isn't fantastic. Now we're all pretty in the one spot. We're not traveling as much. We're not on as planes as much. We're not consuming as much. So I feel like as a business as a whole, like if we were to look at our emissions as a business, it would have gone down a lot, I would say.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What's the thing you're most proud of in banks?
The people I work with, like I really am proud of and enjoy working with and enjoy spending time with all the people that are involved with the business. Especially through the last 12 months has been probably the most difficult time of our business or my career as a whole, and to see how much the entire all my friends and work colleagues that are in the office, everyone's just banded together and worked so hard on getting us through the last 12 months. So I think maybe before the pandemic I would have said there was maybe some type of product that I'd made or it's something very different, but I think that now in hindsight it was definitely just the people that I work with and get to spend time with.
Yeah, you gotta love the people you're close with in proximity.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, can you explain Bank's approach to sustainability? Like how you guys go about being sustainable?
Yeah, for sure. It's the main sustainable portion of our business is the product development. It comes in organic cotton in our t-shirts, in our fleece. It's recycled polyester in our woven labels and our board shorts. We're using PVC and phthalate-free inks in all of our screen printing, and sustainably grown forest create like all of our swing tags as well that go in our clothing. Outside of that, we are trying to work on being a more, more involved with the community around us, and it was something that we were working on kind of leading up to the pandemic, and then it hit, and then obviously gatherings and like bringing people together kind of like halted. So it's something that with the world seemingly opening back up, it's something that we want to get back into and be a more active member of the environment that we're in, or the community that we sit in. Yeah.
What's something that our followers would be surprised to learn about you?
Maybe they wouldn't know I'm Australian. Maybe the accent didn't give it away.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe my older brother is head judge at the WSL. Maybe they didn't know that you guys surfers, so maybe that interests your followers.
Wait, who's your older brother?
Pretando.
Oh yeah, I don't really know anything about.
Yeah, no, he's a head judge at the WSL, so
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been surfing?
I've been surfing since I was about 8.
Yeah.
For a long time. But I love it. The hometown I grew up in, Byron Bay, has like fantastic waves. I'm not sure if you guys know of that place, but it's got really, really fantastic waves.
Yeah, I want to visit Australia.
Yeah, you guys would love it, especially if if you enjoy right-hand point breaks, it's littered with the things.
Where do you like to go around here?
I just usually surf river jetties, which
Yeah.
for anyone watching, like it's pretty much across the road, so it's nice and easy. I was living in Huntington for a long time when I first moved to the US, so it's Huntington a bunch. But I love Malibu and I love Rincon. Like I prefer to surf right-hand point breaks and beach breaks.
You regular?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys breaks?
Where are you?
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, they're always trying to get lefts. Well, actually, yeah, my dad is one. My dad's goofy also, so I'm kind of going against them.
That's funny.
So that was great, and that was all the questions we have.
Okay.
Except we got like a couple very quick kind of rapid fire questions,
Yeah.
and any answer totally good.
Yeah.
Kind of just more for fun.
Yeah.
So, when do you feel the happiest?
In the ocean.
Love it.
Oh, what's your perfect day?
Wake up next to my girlfriend, take my dog for a walk, and spend the rest of the time at the beach surfing.
Peaceful.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. What is your favorite smell?
Probably vanilla.
I haven't heard that one before. That one's good. I like that.
What's your favorite sound?
Oh, gosh, I guess maybe the sound when you're inside it too, probably.
Okay. Dream trip. Like for a week or like anywhere you want to go.
Dream trip. I've been to Fiji a couple times, and that was pretty dreamy. Staying on like Namotu or Tavarua. It's pretty beautiful. It's absolute paradise over there. So probably that.
Yeah, we went to Taurua for
Oh,
a
really?
week. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah, the place
So
is
cool.
the place is incredible. I used to. I know this is rapid fire questions, but I'll quickly tell you a quick story. I used to work at PacBleu, and I'm not sure if you guys are probably too young, but they sponsored the contest at Cloudbreak for a few years, and I went over there for work and I got to surf and hang out when the contest were on, and it was just such a beautiful place, and the people are just unbelievable. Yeah.
This one might be a little obvious, but what's one thing that you got really
Oh gosh, probably my dog buttons.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that was great. That's it.
Okay, cool.